Yes guys, and welcome back to a brand new Sorare video. Today's video I thought would make a little bit of a different video. I thought I'd explain some of my recent deals, but especially this Southampton stack. Now this has been quite a popular stack in the under-23. I was using this stack for quite a while, and Bazunu went on a real nice run of form actually. But I'm going to show you why I've actually decided to sell him. I sold it about, I think it was about 7 days ago today, roughly about 7 days ago. But as you can see, I actually sold on the day for a loss, quotation mark. But yeah, we'll jump into that. If you guys could drop a like, that would be appreciated. And let me know if you think I've effed up in this trade, because I could have effed up, and I know there's a risk in this 100%. Or let me know if you think I've done all right. So, and if you're new to Sorare, do use my link in the description. I would appreciate it, and you do get benefits. Anyway, with this collection, right, so as you can see straight out the tin, he was sending £920 plus this random rare. So he didn't have many players in his gallery. He ended up just giving me this guy, and he gave me £920. So altogether, as you could see, even still today, it's about £930 for both Bazunu and Howard Bellis. So at the time, it's saying it was worth £1,038. Now, for me, in my opinion, I've watched a lot of Howard Bellis and I've watched a lot of Bazunu, but Howard Bellis specifically, I've rated really highly. I've watched him at the Euros last summer. I watched him a lot for Burnley last season as well, and I was convinced after Burnley last season and the Euros, I was convinced he'd get a Premier League move. God knows how no team went for him. Why Burnley didn't go buy him, I don't know, in the Premier League. But anyway, Southampton ended up getting him. As soon as he came through the door, yeah, like Southampton went incredible. Real good run of form, and he's been incredible. However, what I like to do when I'm judging whether to sell or buy a player or whatever, I look at my prices regularly, and I'm not perfect at all, but it's something that I've really tried to start to do. Is compare prices. So, as you can see, there's not a load of supply of Bellis. Obviously, there's no supply at all in terms of championship players don't currently get much supply. So that's naturally not going to push his price down massively. I just thought he's overvalued. I really did. For the scores he has, right? Don't get me wrong, he's consistent as fuck. But he doesn't have many heights, not recently anyway. Southampton were starting to concede a little bit. I think there's a couple games where he started to concede. I think I sold him after this. The stack after this Bristol game. I was thinking about selling it for a while, but I sold it after the Bristol game because his scores were starting to dip a little bit. And on top of that, I'm convinced even if Southampton don't go up, Howard Bellis will be at a Premier League club. I really do believe he will be. So that alone, his scores are going to be probably a lot worse in the Premier League. I think he'll still be a good player in the Prem, but nowhere near a top Championship player. And obviously, Southampton had a really good season, and I'm quite confident they will go up. So if they go up, maybe they sign Bellis, because he is a Man City player, so it's up to Man City if they do want to sell him. But if they go up, Bazunu will also be horrendous. Did you see how badly Bazunu scored in the Premier League? I'm not saying it'll be as bad, but if I go to the Premier League, can I go Premier League? Maybe not. Is there competitions? No. But yeah, in the Premier League anyway, he was one of the worst goalkeepers on the game. Like, there was barely a clean sheet in sight. It was horrendous. So I'm thinking sort of long term. That's why I've sold them both. I'm thinking long term because I do think they'll go up. So there's a risk there. If they don't go up, Bazunu stays in the Championship. He 689. His floor's come down quite a bit since I've sold him as well, which is real good. But if he stays in the Championship, he could go back up again, of course. But a big reason, honestly, was I just thought they were overvalued. Like 737 is their average. His floor's about 689. Last sale was actually 634. And with the recent update of like top players being more valuable now, I thought for the price of Bazunu and Bellis, I don't see next season there's a lot of risk. I think they're overvalued, and I thought this is the time to sell, really. And I feel like I've sold at an alright time. So, I mean, I could have kept them for a few more game weeks, but I wanted to get out fast. And this guy came in straight away and he wanted both of them, which was real handy. And he was giving me quite a bit of cash, so I thought, happy days. And I've cashed in, and I still think Howard Bellis is massively overvalued. And one price I was comparing him to, I mean, one thing you could do is just compare prices to proven players in better leagues. That's what I was doing. So if I go to my rares, exposing my gallery right now, let's go to this. So Howard Bellis is what, 200 and his floor's 230 or whatever it was. Van Hecker for Brighton in the Premier League, so he's proven in the Premier League, having a real good season. Scores similar, if not better, and he's £100 cheaper. £100 cheaper. So that's one reason. I'm gonna have to just stay in full screen, I think. But yeah, it's a lot cheaper. Cardona's been real good. He's only like 38 quid or whatever. Well, he cost me 48. He's been really good for Las Palmas. Real good. Another under 23, Calafiori. So this guy, recently he's actually lost his spot, which is a bit annoying, but he's an incredible centre-back for Bologna. And he scores, like, he was getting way bigger heights than Howard Bellis. And he's like £80. And not only that, I think next season Calafiori, remember the name, because he will get a big transfer, I believe. I really do. Him and Xerxes from Bologna will probably get a transfer. So, yeah, my main point is you want to compare price. I mean, Levi Colwell as well. I've just bought him in for a good price, I think. The long term of Colwell, I really like. So, yeah, do you guys think I've done well with that trade? I'm just hoping Southampton go up. I really am. But even if they go up, even if they don't go up even, and stay in the Championship, I still see Bellis devaluing like crazy, because he probably will get a Premier League move, because he's too good for the Championship. He just is. He's far too good. But yeah, I thought I'd do a little video explaining my thought process behind selling Bazunu and Bellis. Now, if you own either of the two, who cares what I think? Like, you've still got bags of utility left with them. They're still probably going to keep quite a few clean sheets towards the end of the season, so you could just ride along with them and take the risk that Southampton maybe either don't go up, or Howard Bellis maybe get to move back down to the Championship. But he's owned by Man City, so, and there'll be Premier League teams after him next season, there's no doubt in my mind. So yeah, anyway, hopefully you guys have enjoyed. I thought I'd have a little explanation of why I'm selling Bazunu and Bellis. I don't even know if this is a good video idea. I'm trying to do Sorare content, but I can't really think of ideas. So if you've got any ideas, do let me know. But yeah, if you guys could drop a like, that would be appreciated, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.